This is Javier from The Preacher and the Gym Guy, and I usually don't post things twice in 1 week unless Royce and I are going to talk about something or wrap something up. But Royce is on spring break this week, and he's over at my mom's house in Shaler, Iowa, so he's not here to do this wrap-up. But you guys, I read something this week, and I want to thank my friend Blakely for giving me something today to read. It says, you probably know to ask yourself, what do I want? Here's a way better question by Mark Manson, and it's just a little pamphlet kind of thing that she gave me this morning while we were working out. And guys, as you read this, what's amazing to me, it asks you a serious question in your life of not just planning what you want in your life, but really understanding what struggles you are going to have to actually get that. What are you willing to go through to really accomplish those goals? And the one part in here, and I always like to try to put it to the gym, because I am the gym guy, is that people who want an amazing physique understand it just doesn't happen. That you have to plan your meals. You have to go to the gym. It's going to hurt. You're going to smell. You're going to sweat. There's going to be pain. There's going to be dedication. So those are all the things you actually have to go through to meet those goals. But people have an idea that I want to get in shape, but they're really not willing to go through those steps to get those goals. And that really has to do with anything that we want in our life. And I'm going to tell you guys, have heard me talk about it the last couple weeks, that I'm going through some changes in my life. But the first major change that I took a few years ago was stepping into Farrell's. I left human services for the first time in my entire life. I had to make a decision within a week or so if I was going to do it. And I knew there was going to be consequences. I knew what I was going to do probably was going to ruin my career forever in the human services world, and it did. It took a big hit on it. But I knew it's what I needed to do. I knew there was going to be risk. It wasn't just the idea that I wanted to do Farrell's or I wanted to be the manager there. I wanted it so bad that I was willing to walk in the office and actually leave. Say, hey, I have a new journey. I have to make a decision. I have to do it. I knew there was going to be sacrifices. There was going to be time restraints. I was going to have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I was going to have to be there till 10:30 at night. Royce and I were going to have to sleep on the mats. There was going to be some days where we were going to eat breakfast at the gym and eat dinner at the gym, eat lunch at the gym, do all these things. But those are the sacrifices that I knew I had to make to be successful there. It wasn't just the idea that, hey, this could be a great thing. It was knowing and understanding the sacrifices to go through it. I want you guys to really think about this. And I started to read the back of it, that it's just not the call for willpower or grit. It's actually really truly understanding that there's going to be some things that are going to be hard to go through when you start planning those goals. And I want you guys to understand, when you guys really sit down and talk about what you really, really want to do, you may just be in love with the idea that's what you want. And that's okay. Please, don't ever stop coming up with those ideas of things that you may want. But then you're going to have to sit down and start being honest with yourself. Are you willing to go through the pain, the time, and all those things to get to those goals? It's honestly being honest with yourself. You can no longer come up and just say, this is what I want. You need to change the way you think. This is what I'm willing to go through to achieve these goals. It's like The Preacher and the Gym Guy. Nick and I know we have to shoot these videos every week, and there's going to be hard ones, and people are going to ridicule us sometimes on what we believe in. And we're taking a chance to go out there and put ourselves out there to talk about things that we're not always going to be right about. It's just our own opinions, and people can judge us on that. It's scary. But I know in order for us to accomplish the goals that we're going to have to do, I have to do that. There's risk. It is scary. But I thought, after I saw this today, that I needed to really shoot one more video to end this week. And I want you guys to think about this weekend. What are you guys willing to actually sacrifice to get the goals that you want? What are you willing to go through to achieve the things for real happiness, if that's the happiness that you want to achieve? It's okay to have the ideas. It really is. But sometimes they'll just be ideas, or they may just be dreams, if you're really not willing to go through the fire to get them. Guys, don't be afraid to go through it, but also be real with yourself. When you start setting these goals, write down, what are you willing to actually sacrifice to achieve those goals? And I'll use the gym goal again. Are you willing to get up in the morning? Are you willing to go every single day? Because if you're not ready at this time, maybe it's not time to do it yet. Maybe you have to wait until that time comes where you're actually can sit down and say, you know what, now I'm willing to go through the fire. I'm willing to get up. I'm willing to go. Because otherwise, if you're not successful at it, you may never try it again. You may start blaming other people for your lack of success, when realistically, you just weren't ready to go through it. Guys, I want you to think about this, and if you have a chance, please read this. Read it. Give it a shot. Look it up online. I'm sure you can probably find it. I hope that's not backwards. But guys, please enjoy your weekend. We'll be dropping another video for the Courage League, the Lift for the League on Monday. I know Nick will have another topic for us to talk about. He'll be back here in Iowa tomorrow. Guys, remember, every single day, tell yourself that you believe in yourself. And honestly believe that you can get through anything if you have a goal. But you're going to have to go through the fire to get it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.